I have a question. I think you're beautiful.
Thank you.
What's your name?
I'm sorry, now it's just not that bad.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Have a good one. You have a beautiful smile. I just crossed the street to tell you how beautiful you are.
Thank you.
Is that a sign?
No, she's married and has a baby.
What? No, it's okay. Don't worry. I didn't ask.
And there you have it, ladies. There you have it. And this is going to be the challenge for a lot of women of all ages. How sustainable is your friendship? Can your friendship last? Can it last you being complimented in public while you're out with your friend? Can it last you being approached by men? Can it last your house purchase? Can it last you getting proposed to? Can it last you losing the weight? Can it last you becoming more confident in yourself? Can your friendship last? I was very disappointed, especially with the barfing noises. I was very disappointed because imagine how her friend felt. Like, this guy complimented me and you're like barfing, or this guy complimented me and you're bringing up my kids and saying, oh, he's going to have to pay money to take care of me. It's going to be a lot of work. Like, all of that because a man gave your friend attention. And this is why I said you got to be careful with women, with women, how close you allow them to you, because can you trust that they will not turn against you in the name of male attention? Can you trust that? It's going to be a challenge. Women of all races and ages should be tuning in to what I'm saying, because ladies, once you see that weird behavior, like those 2 videos that you saw, you got to start planning your exit, because this person is too threatening to your safety. So the problem here goes back to my posts where I spoke about women in friendships. It's going to be a challenge for women in friendships, not because women are bad people, but because women are programmed, this weird programming of overemphasizing the male gaze. Right? That's why I said a lot of women, their friendships get destroyed after a girls' trip. Right? When they go on the girls' trip with their friend, more guys are looking at their friend. More guys are looking at their friend when they go out dancing. Some women, they sabotage their friendship when their girlfriend loses weight. Right? Once their girlfriend loses weight, goes on Ozempic, probably gets her body done, gets a trainer, she stops talking to her. It's all about the male gaze. That's the problem. And if a woman is not mature enough to not care about the male gaze, she's going to sabotage her friendships. Now, women may be asking me, okay, Mel, what about you? Do you have friends? What are your views on friendship? I don't have not even a friend, y'all. I have associates. I don't even have a friend. First of all, my nervous system, because remember, I teach men and women boundaries. I teach men and women how to spot behavioral patterns. I teach men and women human behaviors. I talk to women on the phone every day. I'm talking to women and helping them and coaching them through certain scenarios with women and men. So I naturally have a hypersensitivity to BS because I'm teaching people how to spot it. I'm teaching people how to avoid it. I'm teaching people what it looks like. So when you have that hypersensitivity and that hypervigilance, it's very quick for me to write a woman off, because what would take the average woman a long time to spot in a woman, I'll spot it off of the first time I sit with her, because I teach it. And coaches don't play. If you don't resonate or align with my teachings, then my content is not for you. Avoid commenting, subscribing, or interacting. Instead, go to a page where you resonate. If you comment something foul, disrespectful, or like something foul or disrespectful, you will be blocked. I will also block you if you comment any contradictory to my message. I don't post for your agreement, so please think about that before you run and comment, I don't agree. Think about that. It doesn't matter. I post what I am led to post. Your agreement or okay was never needed. I don't need your permission. Let's get into it. Hey, right? Coaches don't play with players. They teach the game. So if I'm teaching the game, I'm already hypersensitive to male-centered behavior. I'm hypersensitive to male-centered reflexes. I'm hypersensitive to a woman who's being weird because somebody complimented me as I walked in. I'm hypersensitive to that stuff. So building friendships with women, for me, it's a lot more difficult because I can easily spot it, any weird behavior. And once I see it, I can't unsee it, partially because I'm teaching these things to women. Which is why I find it odd that women can go online and teach women, hey, be confident, do this, do that. And then they end up in some wild scandal with a loser man. It's like, did you take your own advice? And because I have to stay in that spiritual equilibrium, I can't give women advice that I don't take. So you're not going to see me with a whole bunch of women sitting on a table because I have to pick women as friends very cautiously and very carefully. Okay? So what you ladies have to understand is a lot of your friendships are going to face this type of challenge where it's all good until men start complimenting you. It's all good until men come up to you and not her. It's all good until you get on that tirzepatide and lose the weight. It's all good until you get on your keto diet and lose the weight. It's all good. It's all good until you become more confident in yourself, right? Some women prefer their friends. It's like once you start becoming confident, your friends don't like you anymore. Once you start liking your friends, once you start liking yourself, your friends start calling you bougie. Once you start loving yourself, your friends say, oh, well, you're narcissistic, you're obnoxious. It's really going to be a challenge for you as you grow in a woman when you're going to start to see the male-centered behavior. And these clips are, and guess what? They're still going to be friends with those women. That clip will go viral and they're still going to be friends with those women. Those women are still going to be a part of your life. Imagine switching up on your friend and making vomiting noises. Vomiting noises? Vomiting noises? You're telling me you're going to make vomiting noises because a man complimented your girlfriend. You're going to make vomiting noises? Wow. 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 That's very interesting. That's very interesting. And what women have to understand is once you spot this, that friendship is not solid because who cares if a man compliments your girlfriend? What does that have to do with you? I remember I had a friend, beautiful, my friend was a mixture of Serena Vander Woodson, which is Blake Lively. She was a mixture of Blake Lively and Megan Fox. Beautiful in her own right. And when I would go out with her, we would both get approached, but she would get approached more often than me years ago. Why? Because she's kind of, I guess, the dream girl standard, the blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, slender. She was like 5'11". I never let that ruin our friendship. Because what does that have to do with her being down for me? She had my back and I had hers. I can't throw her away because men approach her more. She's my girl. And I'm her girl. And anybody that steps to her steps to me. And anybody that steps to me steps to her. That's how we get down. So I'm not going to let our friendship get destroyed because of who gets approached more. But you have to have a certain level of maturity to not let those kind of things bother you. That, did you see the reflex? It was like a snap of a finger. It was like blinking. Did you see the automatic reflex of the woman automatically turning on her friend when a man came in? Did you see it? You guys, these are the things that I observe, okay? These are the behavioral patterns that I observe. This is what you guys have to look at. Look at the behavior. So what you guys just saw is a woman's biggest challenge. That is what has women in a chokehold. Is how can I stay composed when a man's attention is on a woman and not me? How can I not allow myself to feel triggered? And the crazy part about it is the minute that reflex happened, the woman automatically attacks the other woman. It's like she forgets that the guy is the one triggering that feeling in you, not your friend. So why are you taking out the anger that you're feeling on your friend when she's innocent in the process? And when you understand these behavioral patterns, you will understand me when I say that a lot of women are very dangerous to other women. When I say that phrase, a lot of women take it personal. They take it as, oh, do you hate women? How could I hate women? Majority of my work is dedicated to the collective of the feminine. God knows how long I'll be doing this. There may be a day where God said, all right, time to focus on this. This is just my contribution. And it will live on for decades. When I'm long gone and crossed over to the other dimension, my work will still be around to help the new generations of women to come. However, when I say that a lot of women are dangerous, I'm not talking from a personal standpoint. I'm talking, look at the reflex. Did you guys not see the reflex? Did you not see how, it's like she didn't even realize how quickly it happened because it happened so fast. She didn't realize how quickly she started to see her friend as an enemy when the friend did nothing wrong. But that automatic reflex caused her to automatically view her friend as the enemy when it's really an internalized feeling that she's feeling triggered by the man. But guess what? The man stays untouched in the process, but the friend who was just being herself that happened to get complimented, the friend is the one that is on the cutting board in the process. And when you understand these behavioral reflexes, you'll understand me when I say that women are dangerous. A lot of women are dangerous because they can't control that. You can't control something that you don't know is manifesting. You can't give someone medication for a tumor that's growing in them and you don't even see the tumor until you get a CAT scan done on them. So if a woman doesn't know that she has these behaviors within her, she's unsafe for other women because she doesn't know that I have this subconscious reflex to attack women I love when a man is involved. And because a lot of women don't even know that they have that present in them, you have to be very careful with them because you will be their victim. So that's what I mean when I say some women are dangerous. That's what I mean. I'm not saying it in a way where, I hate women or I hate the women that listen to me or I hate the women that are around me. No, a lot of women are down for me and I'm down for them. That's why I try my best to open your eyes, ladies, to new horizons. So when I say these statements, you understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the behavioral reflexes that women have that have not been dealt with. So your friend gets complimented by a man as you walk in. Because you have such an emphasis on men, because you value men's approval of yourself so much, him complimenting your girlfriend triggered you into battering your girlfriend. So you saying, oh, well, you're going to have to take care of her kids and you're going to have to take care of her and she got a whole bunch of kids. Oh, so that's how you really feel about your girlfriend. So you're degrading her because a man paid attention to her and not you. And that's what I mean when I say that a lot of women are very dangerous, because they're programmed that way. And if they're not deprogrammed, they're going to be a hazard to you. So because I know this stuff about women, I have certain boundaries in place with them, because I don't know if you've deprogrammed yourself. I don't know if you know that you have to deprogram yourself. I don't know if you're aware of how you respond to women, and therefore I have to protect myself from you because I know how many boxes I check off. And it's the same thing with men. When I tell women, you were not created to outrun men. Meaning you were not created to take care of a man. So if you are surpassing a man and you decide to give that man for a chance, he may unalive you. Do I hate men by saying that statement? No, but it's the way that men are programmed. Men were not programmed to have a woman financially surpass them. Men were not programmed to have a woman take care of them. That's why if a woman and a man are not on the same level, or that man is not ahead of you, do not let them romance you into sacrificing you or unaliving you. Don't let them romance you into getting into a relationship with them, because if you are ahead of him financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, he will unalive. That's how men are programmed. And that's why the more successful a woman becomes, the less eligible men are available. Because you simply cannot put your life on the line for him. Men are not programmed to have a woman surpass them. It's never going to work. And it's the same thing with women. Women have never been deprogrammed or taught how to deal with friends, how to have women as a friend, how to not make a woman your enemy when a man is involved. Women don't know how to do that. Therefore, I don't really entertain the ideal of befriending a woman, because I don't entertain it because she has not been taught how to be a friend. She has not been taught how to not let the male gaze cause her to attack another woman. Most women have never been taught these things. That's why sometimes my messages are so triggering to women, because they've never heard it before. They've never heard it. They've never heard the concepts before. So they see me as an enemy, when in reality, you should be seeing me as the woman that's trying to keep you safe. Because we all remember that woman that got unalived by her husband's side piece. She got unalived right in front of her son's school. So you should be happy that a woman is willing to go online and risk being sought after by other women to give you a piece of knowledge that will protect your household and your daughters. Okay? So, the problem here is not really the man in these scenarios with these women. And it's not the woman that got complimented either. The problem in this scenario is the woman that feels slighted by the woman getting complimented. I think that it's very important for women to accept the fact that genuine friendship is like true love. Meaning, it's not a common thing. Now, I spoke about how, again, what I truly embody is truth. If men and women don't like truth, you're not going to like my content and you're not going to like me. Because I have no reason to lie. The people that lie to you don't like you. I hope you know that. You're not going to tell a child that you love, hey, you can run across the street. You won't get hit by a car. Even though cars are driving, they'll just stop for you. So go ahead and run. That is somebody who doesn't like you, who doesn't care about you, that therefore they are lying to you. So instead of hating women that tell you the truth, because the truth protects you, embrace them. Because sooner or later, you're going to see the truth about what I speak about. True friendship amongst women is just like true love. It is rare. I had a woman that literally booked a call with me to shade me, right? I had a woman book a mentee interview call with me saying, oh, well, I know you don't have friends, so I know you don't have friends. And she kept, making an emphasis on that during the mentee interview. And I'm like, and this just shows you how women are not living in reality, because you think you can call someone that you want to be a part of what they're doing while simultaneously shading them. And that's how women go through life, a lot of them. And then doors get closed in their faces. They don't get opportunities, and they're confused as to why, because you think life is a game. You think people that are serious about their lives are going to allow someone that doesn't like them in their space. It's dangerous to have someone who doesn't like you in your space. But because a lot of women don't take life seriously, they have frenemies because they don't take life seriously. So they don't see it as a hazard. They don't view having a woman that doesn't like them in their life as a hazard. So because women don't take themselves seriously, men don't take them seriously either. Society doesn't take you seriously because you don't take yourself seriously. When you are building a friendship with a woman, first of all, society has not taught women how friendships are built. First of all, society hasn't taught women how to embrace other women yet. So not even embrace other women, how to embrace your feminine, how to accept and love yourself as a woman. From the time a woman is born, she is seeking approval from others, especially men. So first, women have to be taught how to love themselves. And then second, women have to be taught how to love other women. Women know how to love men, but they don't know how to love other women, right? And we see that when mothers bully their daughters. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the community of women. It's not just about hair and makeup and get a bag and sugar baby this and get money from that man that and do your hair, curl your hair like this. That's all low-level nonsense. Women have to work on themselves because the community of women has a lot of problems. A lot. Learning how to straighten your hair is the last thing on your book. You have to learn how to straighten out why you don't like your daughter. You have to learn how to straighten out why you don't like yourself, right? You have to learn how to straighten out why you don't like a woman. A woman is your friend and you're making vomiting noises when a guy comes to compliment her. You need to straighten that out before you're watching tutorials on how to do your hair. Okay? And that goes to why a lot of women hate on attractive women who have a mind. Because you're already pretty. Your hair looks nice, your body looks nice, face looks nice, but how dare you be intellectual? Okay, a lot of the issues that women have had to me, it's the intellect that they don't understand. Why do you need to further work on yourself? But the exterior is the least for you to be focused on when you have to work on yourself on a soul level as a woman. So what I want you ladies to understand is that these scenarios are not uncommon, okay? They're very common. The only difference is they're captured on camera. So when something is captured on camera and it's blasted to the world, it draws attention to that particular scenario, even though that scenario is common. And I'm happy that the world is exposing what really goes on behind the friendships of women, because women lie about a lot of things. That's why if you want to know the reality of marriage, do not ask a married woman about marriage. She's never going to be honest with you. Do not sit with a married woman and ask her about men and marriage. She's going to lie to you. She's not going to be honest with you. There's only a small percentage of women who are married that are in the marriage and are going to tell you, hey, this is what marriage is really about. This is the good and this is the bad. Most women are not going to tell you the truth. They're going to lie. And then a couple of months later, a bunch of things are going to come out and you're going to be shocked. Women have a hard time being honest with themselves. Therefore, they have a hard time being honest with other people. Okay? In order to hear the reality about friendships with women, you have to encounter a woman who does not fear being alone. Women who opt out of friendships are women who have solidified themselves so much that they really do not want any other woman connected to them if it's not the right connections, right? For me, I can go months, years, weeks without going out to eat with a woman. My life is very full. So nothing is missing. And just like anything else, in order for a woman to be a part of my life, I need to feel like she's not going to be a hazard. Okay, because I'm on my A game right now. I'm focused. I don't have the time to deal with that type of nonsense. So in order for a woman to be a part of my life, I need to feel like she's not a hazard. The problem is, society has not really taught women how to not allow the influence of men to change how they treat another woman. So notice how everything was cool until the man came into the picture. Everything was cool until the man complimented her friend. So once the man complimented her friend, she automatically felt that little weird feeling. And what she's feeling is the misogyny. Okay, that's what she's feeling. She's feeling the male-centeredness. It's getting triggered, right? So now, even though you don't have a problem with your friend, that guy complimenting your friend now has created you to have a problem with her, even though she's innocent in the scenario. That is that root of male-centeredness. Now, after my observations and my behavioral observations of women, the reason why I'm not saying I'm closed off to it, but I don't put an emphasis on seeking friendship with women, is because I know that in order for a woman to be a good friend to another woman, she has to have certain things in her deprogrammed. If it's not deprogrammed, she won't be able to be a good friend for long. And this is not me talking from an emotional standpoint. This is practicalities. If a woman has not been deprogrammed, she'll never make a good friend. That's why a lot of women, your friends, I hate to say, your friend is your frenemy. Okay? A lot of women, they like to brag on their friendships. If I was a fly on the wall and I watched you and your friend, she probably don't even like you. But you're too scared, codependent, lonely to stop talking to her. But I know that majority of women, their friends do not like them. Just like majority of their husbands and boyfriends do not like them. But because they're codependent, they stay. Okay, I'm telling you, I've observed this stuff. You know, a lot of women like to get mad at what I'm saying, but I've seen this. It's not negativity. It's not pessimism. It's realism. Okay? How many women are with their man and you guys sleep in separate rooms? Like, women will do anything but leave. The friendship or the man. They'll fight to stick around with a negative experience. Okay? So you have to be willing to weaponize your masculinity as a woman. Masculinity is not bad. Masculine energy is not bad. I don't know why people keep saying that. Masculine energy is the ability to reach a goal. Masculinity is what? Goal-oriented, structurally, orderly, being able to show up on times, precision, logic, rationality. Nothing about that is bad. So with the October spooky season coming around and holiday season, make sure you guys are okay being the villain. Yes, villainhood is a real thing, and that's what this class is going to talk about. We are going to speak on the characteristic traits and approaches you have to take when you are no longer living your life to be accepted and validated by people while accepting their bad behavior. Sometimes being the protector in your book looks like being a villain in another person's book. It's all a psychological mind game. If you don't choose yourself, if you don't choose your happiness, if you are not unapologetically you and winning without feeling apologetic about it, guess what? People are going to view you as a villain. But if you already walk in villainhood, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is going to be a good class, especially in conjunction with weaponizing your masculinity. You have to get comfortable with being viewed as a villain. You need a strong mental mind to accept people villainizing you because you are being and doing your best.